Hi everyone, it's Lauren from Els Tarot 1111, and today I'm going to be doing a Virgo September monthly reading. This is the general reading, which is a bit different because I've only been doing love readings, but trying something new. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so if you'd like a personal reading from me, you can email me at l.tarot1111@gmail.com. That will also be in the description. And I've also made an Instagram for my tarot. It's l.tarot1111, where I'll be posting, pick a card readings and stuff like that, and just like updates. So if you're interested, you could follow me. All the information will be down below. But yeah, so this is for my Virgos. I decided to start the month with Virgo just because it's Virgo season and my sister's a Virgo, and I don't know, sometimes I love like tarot just because like when I do readings for like my family, or for instance Virgo and my sister's a Virgo, I can see how much of a train wreck her life is, but it's always fun. So there's 7 more shuffles. Okay. Okay. So I really feel like this month you feel like your efforts have not been appreciated. And I just really feel like you have put in this work and you are just waiting for the rewards to show and for your hard work to pay off. And I really feel like you're just going to be hurting in the month of September, where you just, it doesn't feel fruitful. It doesn't feel like anything's going to happen. And I feel like this has to do with a love relationship. Whether you're single or in a relationship, I feel like you really feel as though you're being left behind. Your partner may kind of like leave you in like the shadows, almost like they kind of have their own life. They don't share their life with you. And you really just feel like things aren't working out and like you guys aren't connecting. I feel like there's like this disconnect between you and your partner, or you and the person that you're trying to date. I feel like you just aren't on the same page. You feel as though they're a different person when they're with you, and they are a different person when they're with their friends, and a different person at work, and you just don't know who's who, what to trust. I feel like this could be a third party situation. And I'm hesitant to say that just because the only indicator is, the Three of Swords. But to me, it feels like it's more like the relationship doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel whole. And you feel like they aren't a partner. Like this isn't a partnership. It's kind of just like a fling, or I feel like you have really strong emotions towards them and you want the relationship to keep going. You really love them. You really care about them, but you're just not getting the same vibes from them, Yeah, so that's what I have for those two cards. Really, it's the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. And that's what I really feel is like the love part of this reading, where you feel that they left you behind, this relationship isn't growing, and you're really hurt by that. And I feel like you're gonna have to make a decision in the month of September where you have to decide what's right for you and what it is that you want. And kind of decide if this is the path that you want to go down, if this is worth it, if this is worth fighting for. But I feel like it's definitely like you need to like talk to them and let them know how you feel, because I definitely feel this disconnect between the two of you where you just aren't on the same page, you aren't working together, and it kind of feels like you're working against each other. And that's really painful for you because you care so strongly and you just feel like all your efforts are going unnoticed. But for the rest of the month, besides love, I feel like things are going to be working out pretty good for you. I feel like there's this project that you've been working on that you kind of took a risk with. Like you weren't sure about how this would turn out, how things would be, but you really just took a risk. And I feel like you felt very passionate about this. This was something that I don't think that you could have lived with yourself if you didn't at least try, you know? I don't think this is like business, finances, and stuff. I feel like this is more like kind of like living your life, you know, living your life to the fullest. And I feel like for some of you, you feel like you haven't lived, you know, like you've just been, 9 to 5 doing the whole, adult thing. And you haven't had the chance or the opportunity to travel and, kind of have fun and, live your life and not just focus on your career. So I feel like for some of you, you were like, all right, I'm getting older and I haven't done half the things that I want to do. So I feel like you're really pushing yourself. You took this risk of, yeah, like I want to live, like I want to travel. I want to have like hot European flings, and you really just, once you took that time and like self-reflected on, this is what I want, this is where I want my life to go, you're much happier. I feel like if you haven't done this already, then in the month of September, I think it's a really good idea to, reevaluate your priorities, because while it may seem like the most important thing in the world, to make that money, make the coin, it's also really important to remember that this life that you're living right now is really short, and you gotta just go for it. Do what you want to do. Like, I feel like it's taken you a long time. I don't know why the number 28 is like flashing in my head right now. I feel like some of you may be 28 and this resonates with you, or the number 28 is significant to you, but that's literally just like going off in my head, the number 28. So I feel like it's taken you a long time to kind of come to this realization, come to a point in your life where you're comfortable, where you have a steady job, where you're like happy with, the decisions you've made in order to get this career, to get this house, this life, you're happy with the decisions that you made. But now that like you have those things that you've been working towards, you're like, okay, what now? I've accomplished my goals, or I'm getting there. But it's taken you a long time to realize that there's more to life than, your job and, just what society expects of you to like get a job, get married, buy a house, I feel like you're just really, you need to reevaluate your priorities and think about what it is that makes you happy and what it is that's important to you. Because once you do that, once you kind of be like, oh, this is what I want. I want to travel to Egypt. I want to go on a cruise. I want to do whatever. Once you start taking those steps towards doing something that's for you, something that's fun, something that is relaxing, or adventurous, I feel like you're really just going to be feeling this overwhelming sense of like balance. And I feel like you didn't feel that before, or you didn't realize that things were out of balance until you kind of sat down and were like, holy shit, like, it's not cute, you know? Like, for me personally, I learned that lesson at a young age where, you know, life is short and don't wait to act. And I feel like that's a lesson that you are going to be learning in September, or you need to learn, because you've kind of been so focused on one part of your life that the other part of your life is like not cute, basically. But if you really focus on what your dreams are and what your goals are, and kind of take the first steps to achieving them, then you can really succeed, and you really feel this happiness and this balance in your life that you weren't feeling before, because you're taking that time for yourself. You're taking the time to realize that there's more to life than what you've been focusing on, you know? But I definitely see in the month of September, you're working on yourself, you're working on fulfilling your dreams and achieving your goals. But again, I also feel like there's some disconnect with you and your partner, or you and romantic interests. But overall, this looks like a pretty good month for you, Virgos. Yeah, it looks like a pretty good month, because I feel like there is some joy. While there is some heartbreak or unhappiness, I feel like you're going to learn a lot about yourself this month, and you're going to learn what's important to you. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I don't think I mentioned this at the beginning, but this applies to Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you'd like a personal reading, again, you can email me at l.tarot1111@gmail.com, or you can follow me on Instagram and you can DM me there. It's l.tarot1111. All the information will be down in the description, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have a wonderful birth month, Virgos. Happy birthday.